So question 7. So the diagram shows a badge made up of thin sheet metal consisting of two semicircular pieces. So there's one semicircle piece, then this X, this is the radius, then Y, X again, and this semicircle, and then Y again. So we have this badge, looks like a C. Now, consisting of two semicircle pieces, center B and C, each of radius X, they are attached to each other by a rectangular piece of thin metal sheet ABCD, such that AB and CD are the radius of semicircular pieces and AD equals to BC equals to Y centimeters. So BC is Y, AD will also be Y. Now, given that the area of the badge is 20 centimeter, show that the perimeter of the badge is given by this P equals to 2x plus 40 over x. Now, we need to come up with the area of this structure. So this is your rectangle. So the area of this rectangle will be xy. Now, area of this semicircle would be, so we know that the area of a circle is pi x square. X is your radius, or pi r square, and we know that r equals to x. So this semicircle would be half into pi r square or x square, and this semicircle would be half pi x square. So the area would be half pi x square plus xy plus half pi x square. So we can write pi x square plus xy is your area, and we know that area equals to 20. So we can write y as 20 minus pi x square whole over x. So this is our y. Now what will be your perimeter? So perimeter would be this, so half circumference. So the formula for circumference is 2 pi r. So the formula for the semicircle, this would be half into 2 pi r. So 2 and 2 cancels out. So we get this circumference would be pi x, and this circumference will also be pi x. So the perimeter would be pi x plus pi x plus this x and plus y, and this y as well. So circumference, half circumference plus x plus y plus x, again circumference, and then again y. So 2x plus 2y. So the perimeter can be written as 2 pi x plus 2x plus 2y, and perimeter can be written as 2 pi x plus 2y plus 2x. Now over here we can substitute this y. So we can substitute this y. So this, we can write this. Now let's clear some of our work and generate some space. So P can be written as 2 pi x plus 2y plus 2x. So we already have 2x. So somehow we need to convert this. So P equals to, so we already have come up with this. So y equals to 20 minus pi x square whole over x. So this was our y. So 2 pi x plus 2 into 20 minus pi x square whole over x, bracket cancel, close your bracket. So P can be written as 2 pi x square, so we take x over here, plus 40 minus 2 pi x square whole over x plus 2x. P equals to 2 pi x square plus 40 minus 2 pi x square whole over x plus 2x. 2 pi square and 2 pi square cancels out, and we get 40 over x plus 2x. And this is exactly what we were looking for. And we have proved that P equals to 2x plus 40 over x. Now for our second part, given that x can vary, find the minimum value of P. What will be the minimum value of P? Minimum value of P would be, so let's suppose either the case, if it is a maximum value or the minimum value. So when we differentiate and we come up with the gradient or the tangent, the gradient of the tangent, it will be 0. either maximum point or the minimum point. So the easiest way to come up with the minimum point would be that we differentiate this and equate it to 0. So dp over dx would be, so 2x, if you differentiate 2x, we will going to get 2. And if we differentiate this 40x minus 1, this would be minus 40x to the power minus 2. So for example, if we have x minus 1 will come over here. This will be minus 1x minus 1 minus 1. So this is a formula. So this can be written as 2 minus 40 x to the power minus 2. This will be equal to 0. So 2 minus 40 over x square equals to 0. And we can write 2 equals to 40 over x square, and x square equals to under root 20. So we are getting this, x equals to under root 20. So x square equals to 20. X would be equal to under root 20. So this is the point. This is when x equals to under root 20, it will going to give you the minimum value. It will going to give you the minimum value. And now let's substitute under root 20 in this equation. So we know that p equals to 2x plus 40 over x. Now we can write under root 20 as x equals to 4 into 5. So if we bring out 4 outside, this will become x equals to 2 under root 5. So we can write p equals to 2 under root 5 plus 40 divided by 2 under root 5. So p would be equal to 4 under root 5, and 2 1s are 2, 2 20s are, so this would be 20 over under root 5. Now how can I remove this under root 5? How can I remove this under root 5? I can just multiply this by under root 5 divided by under root 5, because under root 5 divided by under root 5 is actually 1. So it won't make any difference. So this would be p equals to 4 under root 5 plus 20 under root 5 divided by under root 5 multiplied by under root 5 is 5. So 5 1s are 5, 5 4s are 20. And we can have p equals to 4 under root 5 plus 4 under root 5. This would be p equals to 8 under root 5. So this is the minimum value of p. 8 under root 5, and this is what our answer is also coming. So p would be, this will be our minimum value. Now second thing you need to understand is that given that x can vary, find the minimum value of p. This is what we have actually found, and justify that this value is a minimum value. Now we need to understand this fact that if we have y equals to x square, so the graph would be like this. So actually the graph would be like this. So it will going to have a minimum value, and the maximum value would be unlimited. And if we have y equals to minus x square, so the graph would actually be like this. And this point will be the maximum value. Now, how can we prove that it is a maximum value or a minimum value? So first thing we do, we differentiate dy by dx. If we differentiate this, this will become 2x. And if we differentiate this minus x squared, this would be dy over dx equals to minus 2x. And if we further differentiate this, d square y into dx square. If we further differentiate this, if we get a positive number, so over here we get a positive number. So if I differentiate 2x, we get plus 2. And if I further differentiate this, we get minus 2. If we differentiate the equation twice, if we get a positive number, it means it's a minimum value. If we get a negative number, it is a maximum value. So what we were getting, so if we differentiate db over dx, we got 2 minus 40 over x square. So this is actually what we got. And now if I differentiate this, d square p over dx square. So if I further differentiate this, so 2 would be 0, minus 40 x raised to power minus 2 would be what? Minus 2 will be multiplied over here. So minus 2 multiplied by minus is 2. 40 x raised to power minus 2 minus 1. So 2 multiplied by 40, minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 would be plus 2. 2 multiplied by 40 into x raised to power minus 2 into minus 1. So this would be 80 x raised to power minus 3 or 80 over x cube. So the thing we need to understand is that we are getting a positive number. We are getting a positive number. So we have plus 80 over here. Hence, it means that we are justifying that it is a minimum value. If this was minus 80, then it would have been the maximum value. So always remember that if you want to find out, we need to prove whether it is a minimum or a maximum. We find out dy by dx, and then again we differentiate. And again we differentiate. If we get a positive number, it means it's a minimum value. If it is a negative number, it's a maximum value. So if I differentiate again, we get 80 over x cube. And because it is a positive number, we have justified that it is a minimum value.